Everyone warned me about the haunted road. People disappear there, they said. But when my brother vanished, just like the others, I couldn't ignore it. I had to know. What I found wasn't a place that takes lives. It's a place that breaks minds. If you've ever felt something is wrong, but no one believes you, this story is for you. Hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you've ever been gaslit, ignored, or silenced. Now, let's take a walk down the road no one comes back from. My name is Eli. I've lived in Millhaven, a quiet town surrounded by woods and fog, for all 34 years of my life. There's nothing special here. No nightlife, no tourists, no reason to visit, except maybe the mystery. Just beyond the northern limits, there's a stretch of cracked asphalt. Locals call it the Haunted Lane, but it's not marked on any map. Everyone knows what happens there. People disappear and never come back. It always starts the same way. A car abandoned by the woods, headlights still on, door cracked open. No blood, no struggle, no footprints, just nothing. First it was hikers, then teenagers, then a postal worker, even a police officer. Gone. People say it's coincidence, urban legend, but we all know that road takes people. The reason I went 3 months ago, my younger brother Leo disappeared. We'd fought the night before. Stupid things, bills, his drinking, how he never moved out of Mom's place. I told him to grow up. He slammed the door, left with his keys, and never came back. The cops found his car near the Haunted Lane, still running, no sign of Leo. They called it voluntary disappearance, but I knew better. Leo didn't walk out on life. Something took him. I became obsessed. I read every missing persons report from the past 20 years. Dozens of names, all lost near that same stretch of road. I noticed something strange. No one ever vanished during the day. It always happened after dusk, and every person had someone who swore they weren't the type to run. Worse, those who investigated too hard. They either left town or stopped talking. I went to a retired deputy who used to cover that area, Gary Mitchell. He looked at me with hollow eyes and said, "There's nothing out there, but it still gets in your head." When I pressed him, he said something I'll never forget. "You don't get lost on the Haunted Lane, you get erased." He wouldn't say another word. I packed a flashlight, a recorder, and Leo's old hoodie. The sun was setting as I parked near the trailhead. My stomach twisted as I stepped onto the asphalt. Everything went quiet. Not just nature, quiet. Dead quiet. No wind, no birds. Just a thick pressure in the air. I started walking. The road curved and dipped like it was leading me somewhere. Trees lined either side like watching eyes. After 20 minutes, I started hearing footsteps behind me. I turned. Nothing. Then I heard Leo's voice. "Eli?" It was faint, not echoing, more like it came from inside my ears. I spun around, flashlight shaking. "Nothing," I whispered. "Leo?" Silence. Then, snap. Something ran just past the tree line. My heart punched against my ribs, but I kept walking. I passed an old sign half buried in leaves. It said, "No return past this point." But the road continued. I checked my watch. It was 10:41 p.m. I walked for what felt like 10 minutes. Checked again. Still 10:41 p.m. Time wasn't moving. That's when I realized this place wasn't a road. It was a trap. My flashlight flickered and died. Complete blackness. Then came the voices. Not Leo this time. Voices of strangers. Some laughing, some screaming, some whispering my name. I covered my ears. Nothing helped. It was like the thoughts weren't mine anymore. I dropped to my knees. Then, a whisper right next to my ear.
"Turn around."
I looked behind me, and the road was gone. Panic set in. I stumbled through the woods, thorns tearing my arms, and suddenly, I was back on the edge of the highway. My car was right where I left it. It was 3:12 a.m. Almost 4 hours had passed, but I only remembered 40 minutes. Inside the passenger seat was Leo's hoodie, still warm. In the pocket, a voice recorder. I pressed play. It was my voice. Third attempt, 3:41 a.m. Subject exhibiting resistance to memory rewriting, proceeding with deeper exposure. I never said that. On the drive home, I saw flashes in the rearview mirror. Faces, mine, twisted, flickering. Then, Leo, pale, smiling, mouth moving, but no sound. My phone buzzed. A voicemail from Leo's number. "You left me behind, Elias, but you'll be back. You always come back." I stopped sleeping, stopped eating. I went to the police station, asked for Leo's file. The detective, gone. Records wiped. The receptionist, John, whispered, "That road, it doesn't take you. It copies you." I found hospital records with my name. I'd been reported missing too. For 2 weeks. Police notes said they found me wandering near the lake, repeating nonsense phrases. Even worse, someone else had been living in my apartment while I was gone. Photos on the wall showed me, but the eyes were wrong. I returned to the haunted lane at dawn, walked straight in. No fear, no voices. Deep in the woods, I saw him. Me. Same scar, same clothes. He looked up. "Finally figured it out. You're not me. Neither are you." And I remembered everything. The haunted lane isn't a road. It's a test site. A buried facility built for psychological warfare experiments. The road is the trigger. Once you enter, it splits you. One self walks out. The other stays behind. I pulled the trigger. The other me slumped forward. Then I felt the pressure in my skull. My vision split. A whisper. "Now you're the copy." I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know if I ever left that place. I talk like Eli. I look like him. But every night, I hear scratching under the floorboards. And sometimes, I see myself, watching me, smiling, and I smile back, because maybe I deserve this. After all, I chose to go in. So if you ever hear about a place where people disappear, don't go looking for them, because you might find yourself instead.